and thank you for tuning into the only full truth news at 4th period. Today, we have an interesting story regarding the recent hype about goal setting at Highland High School called YearTential.
First, let's go to our administration to answer the pressing question, what is YearTential?
YearTential is an idea that we had when we were looking at some AP data and we were talking about our students' potential to succeed on AP tests. And this idea of YearTential and having the kids sit back and reflect on how this year can be different. We can tell them it's going to be a great year, and this year's going to stand out, and this year's going to be different. But to give them time to truly reflect and just take some moments to think about how they can make this year different and what the goals they can set so that this year is special and this year stands out from any other year.
Now, while Mr. Addis and Mrs. Knapp are firm believers in the concept of YearTential, is it really as great as it seems?
According to a Twitter poll conducted on November 21st, only 10% of students believe that YearTential is actually effective. Furthermore, a staggering 62% of students don't remember what their YearTential is. Live on the scene is reporter Andrea Arline speaking with Quade Mainzer about his experience with innocently forgetting his YearTential.
Hi, I'm Andrea Arline reporting live from Highland High School. With me is Quade Mainzer, a freshman at Highland High School. Quade, do you remember what your YearTential was?
Are you asking or telling me?
Asking.
No.
Okay. So you do not remember your YearTential?
That would be correct.
Okay. Well then, do you feel that YearTential is effective?
I know it's not effective.
Okay.
Because I don't need to write down my goal every 9 months and be telling them my goals, and I know my goals.
Okay.
I know what to do. I'm not too.
So you think your goals do not have to be policed, you can just remember them?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Quade. Now back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Andrea and Quade, for that interesting story. Obviously, if you forget your goal, you are not going to achieve it. Clearly, writing down goals at the beginning of the year did not help Quade and most students achieve their goal. In fact, according to another Twitter poll, only 12% of students consistently think about their YearTential.
On the first day of school, Mrs. Knapp and Mr. Addis explained how YearTential came about. During their speech, they gave us a very interesting statistic regarding the benefits of written goal setting, as researched by Harvard University. He stated, 3% of Harvard MBAs make 10 times as much money as the other 97% because they write down their goals. However, according to an article published by Psychology Today on April 11, 2011, no such study even exists.
As shown by this article, YearTential was formed under a false premise. So if writing down your goals does not actually help you achieve more, it is understandable that 58% of students are not planning to achieve their YearTential, according to another Twitter poll conducted on November 21st. In fact, many students set unrealistic goals, and several students' goals have already failed. One such example is the YearTential of junior Mitchell Hutchings, who is with reporter Kara Alexander right now.
Hi, I'm Kara Alexander, live from Highland High School with Mitchell Hutchings, reporting about YearTential. Mitchell, what was your YearTential?
My YearTential was to lead my team to states.
And how did that work out?
Failed after 3 days.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel pretty bad about myself.
How do you think we could better YearTential?
We can make it more school-based so there is more reasonable goals for the students.
Thanks. Now back to you at the studio.
Thank you, Karen Mitchell, for that striking story. On a related note, Aubrey Daniels, in his book, Oops, 13 Management Practices That Waste Time and Money, argues that stretch goals are an ineffective practice. Daniels cites a study that shows when individuals repeatedly fail to reach their stretch goals, their performance declines. If Highland students set unrealistic goals and fail to achieve them, it's possible that their performance will decline as they become discouraged. I'm sure that the administration would not want that to happen. Furthermore, Daniels argues that goals are motivating people only when they have received positive rewards and feedback from reaching goals in the past. As inexperienced goal setters, most of us have not received positive rewards for the goals in the past, and we surely aren't receiving positive feedback for our YearTential goals this year.
As you can tell, the idea of goal setting is not all positive. As shown through Highland High School's YearTential school-wide program, students do not think that goal setting is beneficial to them. As a result, we have concluded that students should set meaningful goals for themselves instead of being forced to write down a goal and achieve it. Also, students shouldn't aim unrealistically, for the risk of failure is too high and could bring down the student's drive if they do happen to fail. According to an article published by author and researcher James Clear, we should focus on the practice instead of the performance. Rather than setting possibly unattainable goals, we should keep things simple, reduce stress, and focus on our daily process and sticking to a schedule. This way, we are doing little things each day to achieve success rather than stressing about accomplishing something major.
Thank you for tuning into Top News at 4th period. We hope to see you tomorrow for more muckraking about Highland High School.